I'm gonna take up a question by one of you guys in the comments. So I have a question, Saeed. I try to meditate for at least 30 minutes every day, but I have a problem of falling asleep during the practice. I'm not really tired. I will be focused for maybe the first 10 minutes or so. Then my mind starts to wander and I start to doze off. Any tips? Ah, yes, the mind. The mind and its adventurous ways, wandering ways. The mind is the greatest adventurer there is. It just absolutely loves to go on adventures. All kinds of adventures. All kinds of them, It depends on how you're wired. What radio station, what radio frequency are you wired to? And it just loves to go on and wandering. And so, let's get down to it. You're having difficulties, basically you're falling asleep, and you want to be able to stay focused, awake, alert, conscious while you meditate. I don't know exactly how you're meditating. I don't know what technique you're using, but what helps me is to count my breath. I find that helps me tremendously stay focused and alert and conscious. And what you could do is you could use your mind and say, look, we're gonna count 50 breaths here. We're just gonna get to 50. So you just set your mind, right? You just say, look, we're gonna get to 50. It doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't matter what's going on. Yeah, you wanna go on adventures? Fine, go on adventures. Just look, before you go on like really long glamorous adventures, let's just at least count. Let's just finish to 50. Let's just count. Like, how? Come on, talk to your mind, right? Come on. How difficult is it for you to sit here and just count until 50? Count your breaths until 50. And so you do that. Now you're saying you might fall asleep. Not really. If you set your mind to doing 50 breaths, counting 50 breaths, you will do it. You will stay awake and conscious and alert, at least to carry out the number of breaths, at least to carry out the mission. So you set out a mission, and then, of course, the meditative state has nothing to do with missions or goals. The meditative state is anything but adventurous, okay? The adventure comes to it as opposed to it going somewhere else. Because you will experience some adventures in a meditative state. Okay, but the adventures come to you. You might start to see white lights, you might start to see golden lights and, all kinds of geometric shapes and whatnot. But the adventures will come to you, okay? The meditative state is a state of surrender and just stillness and being here and not really looking to go anywhere. So, you use the mind to beat the mind. So you say, look, let's count to 50 here. You sit down, you lay down, however you're comfortable. Okay. And you say in your mind, a mental 1. You know, 3, and you go on. You just count. All you're doing is you're counting your breathing. You're not trying to change it. You're not trying to manipulate it. You're not trying to do anything here. Okay? You could obviously get into more advanced work, different techniques. There are certain ways to absolutely calm your mind. Certain ways of inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. But right now, we want to stay focused and alert. So we need to make sure that all we're doing here is we're not trying to manipulate the breath. We're just trying to focus on counting the breath. Just let it breathe on its own. It could be shallow, it could be deep, it could be however, it'll sort of sort itself out. And you just watch it. You just count your breathing, count your breath, okay? And I think that will help you. I think that will help you stay awake. Maybe after the 50th breath or whatever goal you set, you might doze off, you might end up going to sleep, but you do it slowly. So if you're saying that, I don't know, let's say it takes you 10 minutes to take in 50 breaths, okay? Then maybe increase the number a little bit because you're saying you're falling asleep right around the 10th minute. Maybe say, we're gonna count to 75. I don't know exactly what. You could start off even with just, let's count to 30 here. You train yourself. You just say, let's count to 30 here. And then you say, oh, good. And then you keep counting. If you feel you're up to it, you keep counting. If not, you end up dozing off, going to sleep or whatever, that's fine. At least you counted until 30. You're training your focus here. You're training the focus muscle, okay? To stay awake, to stay alert, to set something and stick to it. And then you increase it bit by bit. So you say, okay, tomorrow it's meditation time. We counted until 30, we were successful, we were awake, we were alert. We watched the breath, we counted it. Let's do 35 today. Then you do 40, and then you do 45, and then you do 50, 55, 60, and then you see, and then you could go on forever. And you will find that that muscle of focus, it keeps getting trained and trained and trained, and then you find yourself going into the meditative state, really into those state. You find yourself going into deep sleep, but being fully conscious. Because remember, sleep is unconscious meditation. So you're sitting there, you're meditating, you're falling asleep, you're losing consciousness. You are getting into the meditative state, but it becomes, sleep is unconscious meditation. You want to stay conscious and alert because that's really where the juju is. That's where the magic is. That's where the meat and butter of it is. Because, at that point, you could really slow your heart rate down. You could heal. You could do incredible things because you're conscious, you're awake, you're alert. You have access to cosmic energy. Okay? I think that'll help you. I don't know if you might already be counting and that's not helping you, then this video did not help you whatsoever, but I'm sure it'll help somebody else. But I really find that counting the breath is a almost foolproof way of keeping you alert and conscious and awake and not falling asleep and not wandering too much, because you'll wander. When I meditate, I'll wander. But see, now I've been training myself to count my breath so much that no matter how much my mind is, pulling up Bilbo Baggins here, going on adventures, but because I train it so much, I'm just always counting my breath now. It's like I'm always counting my breath. So I can be sitting there, I could be like on a, say 77th breath, okay? And then I get a thought or something like, oh, I'm gonna go home and eat an apple or something like that, right? And then I'm going on and on the adventure, and maybe I'll eat something else or whatever, but still I'm counting my breath. So 77 gone, 78, 79. I got maybe to 80, and then I remembered, oh shit, I got lost on a trip here. Okay? On the apple and watermelon trip and that beautiful meal that I'm gonna eat when I get home. But see, I'm still counting, so it's very easy now to come back right away and say, okay, 80, no problem, it's okay. All right. Not gonna go on that trip now. Let's just stay here. And you go 81, 82, 83, 84. You might go on another trip, come back again, but you'll see that as you get deeper and deeper into the meditation, you will not really go on trips. You'll just be here. Your breath will naturally on its own calm down, keep calming. And if you go deep enough, you'll probably start to see some white lights and whatnot, and you'll feel you'll experience whatever experience you're going to experience. There's many different experiences that one comes to contact with in meditation, okay? But like one thing I experienced today, I was meditating under the sun and just laying there, and gone pretty deep into the meditation, man. I'll tell you, meditating under the sun, it's a surefire way of getting you into the meditative state very quickly, very deeply. So I felt like I was able to become anything around me. Like there was a bird that was, and I felt like I was the bird making that sound. Okay, and then the sound of that bird, it literally went inside my body and created a vibration, and it's a very pleasant vibration. This is why we like the sounds of birds. But the vibration of the bird, literally the sound literally went in deep into my nervous system, and it created vibrations inside my body, sensations that are so pleasurable. So it really depends what type of experience you're going to have, or what, there's different levels of this, samadhi being one of the highest ones. This is for really, really, skilled meditators to get into, right? Samadhi. And yeah, I hope that helps. I would like to thank our Patreons for supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. I really need the Patreon family. Thank you very much. And if you would like to join the Patreon family and become part of the family, right? But show your support. If you like these videos and you've got $2 to throw down my way, like $2 a month, I'm hoping to do this full time at some point. And it would depend on, obviously, the funding of the Patreon. And if enough people could do it, one day I could do this full time. Okay? So thank you guys, all the love, and until next time, may the force be with you.